Hey guys, and welcome to another video, this time again with some insights from one of my stores. And the topic today is the comparison of add to carts, checkouts, and ultimate sales in the end. Because so many people ask if it's normal that they get like 5 add to carts but no sales after 2 days, or that they get one checkout and no sale. And well, first of all, let me tell you that yes, this is absolutely normal. Um, So if you get like, even if you get like 10 or 15 add to carts and not a single sale, it's not that bad yet. So it doesn't mean that something is completely wrong with your store, and it doesn't mean that that you have some serious problems, because you will always see that much more people are going to add something to the cart than to really buy it. And maybe you know this from yourself as well. So when I browse Amazon, for example, and find something interesting, I don't necessarily put it into my watch list, but I put it into my cart, but I never buy it. And this happens really often. And if you think of yourself, maybe you do the same, and then you know why you have so many add to carts but very few or even no sales. So when I show you my dashboard now, again, I changed the product names here for privacy reasons. In February 2016, so yeah, like 9 months ago, something like this, we had 245 customers adding something to cart, 5.82%. We had 94 customers reaching the checkout, and only 44 customers bought something in the end. So the conversion rate was 1.04%. Regarding the fact that the product is really expensive, so more than $500, this is okay. So 1% conversion rate for a very expensive product is okay. We made 18,000 in sales this month, 44 orders, and these are our visitors, unique and total. So it's a month where we could be where we could have been satisfied with the sales. It was far from being our best month, but I think it's a pretty good example of how these three numbers work together. So let's say you have like 15 customers adding something to cart, 3 reaching checkout, and yeah, like in this case, maybe 1 or 0 selling, buying the product in the end. And this is a pretty normal thing. So usually when I calculate these things, I say that 10% of the people who add something to cart are supposed to make a purchase in the end. So in this case, we have 44. Oh yes, I already calculated this. So 18% in this case of the people who added something to cart were buying it, and this is a really good number. But I also had months where like 10% of the people were buying it in the end, or maybe even 5%. And this can depend on so many things. Maybe your customer is not really sure about if he should buy the product or not, especially if the product is really expensive. He might come back later, and you might need some cart recovery software to simply remind him that he still has this open cart which he not purchased yet. So people sometimes even just forget it, and sometimes you have to remarket and retarget them to come back to their cart, and you have to maybe use some reminders like these cart recovery plugins. There are many ways to reduce the amount of abandoned carts. From checkout to purchase, I don't really have a number, but from my feeling, I would say every 3 to 4 people who reach the checkout should buy. But again, so I didn't really think about this number, because I always focus on add to cart compared to purchase, and there I can really say, and this is something that many other experienced e-commerce guys say as well, that around 10% of the people who add something to cart will buy it in the end. So there is nothing to worry about if you get less conversions. And if you have 5 add to carts and no sale yet, especially because in the beginning these numbers will be even greater, of course, because you have no repetition, you have maybe like more or less no Facebook likes, no social proof, nothing. In this case, all numbers are worse in general. So if you have like 15 add to carts, or maybe even 20, and still no sale, well, of course, this isn't great then, and you should really use some techniques like recoveries and so on, but it's still not a disaster. So it's something that I really want you to think about, that you're already on a good track. If you see that people add to cart and maybe even reach checkout, it shows that they're at least interested in what you sell, and you're not selling just some stuff that nobody wants, and that you can and that you have at least some skills in convincing them to buy, because they make the first important step of adding it to the cart, which is already quite a commitment when you think of it like that. So I hope this video was interesting and helpful for you, just to clarify some things about these relationships between add to carts and purchases. Of course, I couldn't really add some in-depth techniques about how to really improve the conversion rate right here, but like I said, use cart recoveries, because simply some people forget about it. Use use similar applications to remind people of their cart. Send out an email after 1 day and then again after 7 days maybe. You could also add a discount in this email so that you further attract them to your offer. And yeah, I'm sure that you will improve your ratio over time. So keep it up and see you in the next video, guys.